So let me give everybody a little bit of connecting the dots that aren't really being connected with this whole Savannah Guthrie kidnapping. As each day goes by, it ain't looking good. And I'm just keeping it real. But from the very beginning, this case, this horrible situation has baffled everyone. I pay attention to details and I look at things in a way many people aren't able to look at things for some strange reason. And what do I mean by that? Well, I mean, from the very beginning, and if you follow me on Facebook, you'll know I've been saying this from the time that this all became public. The whole TMZ thing, red flag. Huge red flag. The fact that they didn't know Savannah Guthrie worked for NBC and they thought she worked for CBS, major red flag. I mean, this is not too organized. I'm back and forth on whether it's someone that knows her, because anybody that knew her would know she worked for NBC, not CBS. So that's throwing me for a little bit of a loop. The whole TMZ thing, that speaks to who we're dealing with. They felt going to TMZ would get their message out. So now let's get to the 24 karat gold of that portion right there that nobody seems to be looking at also. When you kidnap somebody for ransom, especially for ransom, and it has turned into a ransom situation. Now, it wasn't always a ransom situation. Like I said on Facebook, many days ago, that was an audible. That was an audible after they figured out who they had in their possession. Why am I saying that was an audible? Because let me go back to what I was saying initially. When you kidnap someone for ransom, when there's a plan to kidnap someone for ransom, which we don't do anymore in America because you can get caught very easily. Criminals know that. The ways of tracking cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin and paper currency, the technology that's out there is amazing. It's almost impossible to do a kidnapping for ransom today in America in 2026. That's why criminals don't do it. But these unorganized criminals who aren't career criminals who've done this before think they could do this. I didn't lose my spot. Let me get back to what I was saying. Nancy Guthrie was kidnapped on January 31st, people. January 31st. The Guthries and the media didn't find out until I think 3 days later, when those notes were sent to TMZ and CBS, not even Savannah Guthrie's employer. That's key. Because if this was a planned kidnapping for ransom, for Bitcoin, for paper currency, whatever, the Guthries and at least NBC would have been contacted immediately. That's how it goes. You don't kidnap someone for ransom, then send a ransom letter after the family goes public, and the family happens to be someone in the media. I mean, you could just hire me. My rate isn't that high.